Vintage Needle Crafter. My name is Laura. Welcome back if you are a returning viewer or subscriber, and welcome if you are new to my channel. This is my little corner where I love to sit down and discuss all things knit and crochet. So how is everyone doing this week? I hope you're having a good week so far. I just thought I would sit down with you for a few minutes, so grab your favorite drink and join me. I'll be going over what I have been working on the past week. So here in Illinois, we have had spring-like weather, which is very, very unusual for January. There is still no snow on the ground, so instead of me saying, I hope you're warm where you are, I'm just going to say, I hope you're comfortable wherever you are at. So let's get right into it. I have a lot of whips to share with you this week. I still have not finished anything so far. I'm coming close. I was going to wait until next week to do a podcast, but I thought, no, just sit down and chat with your friends and just catch them up on what you've been doing so far in the week. So the first thing I have going on here, I'm going to kind of scoosh the needles down so they don't fall off. I had to write down little pattern notes. I have made it to the sleeves on my chunky sweater here, and I finished one sleeve. It is so cozy and warm, but you know, the temperatures are heating up, and I thought, oh boy, I hope we get some much cooler February temperatures than 40 degrees in the daytime. So, and I'm working on the second one. I had to kind of put it down because right in here, I don't know if it is the size of the needle, because I'm knitting this on a very large ChiaoGoo circular US size 13. So it is a bit of a strain right here on my knuckle and my thumb joint. So I had to set it aside for a day or two while I work on something crochet, because that's a different action with my hands. That's the benefits of being able to do both, I guess. When one part hurts, you can switch to the other part of the needlecraft, and it works different parts of your hands. That's at least for me anyway. But yeah, coming along on this, I did a YouTube short how I made this. This is knit up using a chunky, I don't know if I have my bag here. I got the yarns held double, and it's a chunky yarn held double with a sport weight yarn. So I went over the yarns last few podcasts. I won't go over them again, but it's almost finished. I think I need some coffee or something to wake up. I'm not being able to get my speech out right. Goodness. I'm using these leftover yarns. These are Stylecraft Special DK. These are leftover yarns that I had left over from last year's blanket that I made. So I'm just using up the colors as they go along, and I've picked a lot of pastel colors in there. So it started out on a US size 11 here, or was it a 10? It was a 10 or 11. Not exactly sure. I think it could have been a size 10. Yeah, and then I switched to the 11 and then went down. As I got further in the body, I wanted to largen it up enough, so I went to the US 13. And you know what? I'm improving on my underarm seam. I'm going to show you. Up under there, look at that. There are no gaps. There are no holes. So I really took my time with it this time in picking up those stitches. I'm improving on that. As before, I would have gaps at each side from bringing the yarns together, which would make a hole. So now I just pick up those couple extra stitches, and then when I do the first round, I'll decrease those stitches, if that makes sense. But it makes a very seamless underarm. So I'm very pleased with that. Also, as I said before, I improved on my, because you can see right in here, look real close, you can see where I was increasing slightly. So now I've improved that. So my next sweater may be a little bit more professional looking. This is not perfect, but you know, it's just made with scrap yarns. And I love it. And I love the color fade. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Just some scrap yarn. That's so pretty. I like that. So, yeah, I just have this other arm here to finish, and holding the yarns double gives that marled effect, and it really ties in together. This chunky yarn here, I went and bought 2 more in case I was going to run out, but I'm not going to need them now. So now I have extra yarn again in my stash, acrylic, which is I really didn't want to do. I overestimated what I thought I was going to need, so... But this is, I think this was James C. Brett. I'm trying to think of the name. It was Meadow Mist was the colorway. It's just a chunky yarn. I don't have the label right here. I don't think I have it in my bag. Sometimes I will store it. No, I'm sorry. But I did discuss the color last time, what I used and everything. So if you want to know exactly what yarn that chunky yarn is, just see my last podcast video. So that's almost finished. It should be a finished object next week. My thumb holds out. I just have to work on it for now, like maybe this many rows, 6, 7 rows. Then I got to put it down for a while because it's hurting. I don't want to overuse that thumb joint because I know what's going to happen if I overuse my thumb joint. I'll be put on knitting quarantine and I won't be able to work on anything for days. And I don't like that. So, all right. Now, next up, I am working on this also in the evenings. And I reached the armpit and I am working up one of the front panels now. This is a pattern by Kelly over at Craft and a Cuppa. And I'm getting a phone call. It never fails when you sit down to podcast. The phone will ring or something, but thankfully with this phone you can't hear it. You can if I have my... if someone keeps texting me, I can hear it. But all right, here it is. Yes, I got the front panel going. I've been working on that, like I said, a little bit in the evening, so it's coming along a little slowly. I'm hoping to finish that one before spring. And now for the pink one. Last week, I didn't show you my progress. Because, like I said, I was working on the button band. But you know, I have made progress quite a bit on this since. And I have finished the button band and I'm working on the arms. The only thing I have to do left now is knit the arms and sew on the buttons. But look at my button band. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, here and here. It's looking so professional and nice, straight. There's no wobbly. There's no holes in where I picked it up like before. It's all perfectly seamless. It looks as if it's folded over, but it's really not. It's just that garter stitch. And then the other side. I want to see the other side. Here's the other side. I'm just holding it up. I'm not stretching it out or anything. And you can see, well, my needles get out of the way. You can, I'm sorry. You can see that it's very nice. There's no ripples in it. So I'm improving. My knitting is improving. And here is front view of that. Now, what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to pause this and try it on for you so you can see it on me. Okay, my phone stand's a little bit shaky, but here it is. The button bands. I love this. It's going to be fit. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful fit. I can't really see. The sun's reflecting, but I know you can see. The back. I like what I did with that. Oops, I'm getting all tangled up here. I like what I did with the garter stitch button band. Yeah, see, I could even overlap it without stretching it out here. And if I lay it just without stretching, yep. So good fit. Okay, this one was started on by measuring for my size. I started out with let me think, 100 stitches. Okay, that was easy to divide because, or was it, no, scratch that. It was 120 stitches. I always get the count wrong. Cast on a number 7 US 7 knitting needle, 120 stitches. Then I worked this garter stitch, and I worked that back and forth, knit every row for 7 rows. Then I marked for my 2 fronts, arms and back, and it was 40, 40. Let's see. No, I'm wrong again. I'm trying to get this right to tell you. It was 40 for the back, 40 with the 2 fronts combined, so 20 and 20 here for the 2 fronts, and then 20 here and 20 here. Makes 120 stitches. And then when you mark those off, you're going to begin by knitting 20 stitches. I'm going to put a place marker, another 20, place marker, knit 40 for the back, place marker, knit 20, place marker, knit 20. Now on the next round, and you know, you don't have to do the rib. I just did a rib stitch, which is a knit 1, purl 1. That might be confusing if it's your first sweater. So just do plain stockinette stitch. Now, when you get to that marker, you're going to do all knitting now in the round. You're going to knit, well, no, you're not going in the round. You're going to be knitting, and then you're going to be purling. With me, it was a rib stitch, but you're going to do knit and a purl. And when you come right before that marker, you're going to yarn over, then you're going to slip the marker by knitting 1, and then you're going to yarn over again. And that's going to make this hole. And what it's going to do, you can see it here, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over where that marker is. That marker will be right at that knit stitch. That's where your marker will be, right at that knit stitch in the center. So you'll yarn over, knit 1 with the marker, and then yarn over. And that's going to increase that by 8 stitches. And you just keep doing that as long as you want your yoke. See, I went down a little bit, so right here's my armpit, so I went just another 1.5 inches down so it would be loose and comfortable and not right up against my arm, because I don't like that. I don't like things sticking me in my arm, as I'm sure you don't either. And being a woman of age, we get hot flashes, and that's a no-no. So, but I am just going to keep working on this. I still left my yarn in there, my little lifeline thing in there. I don't know. I always do that. I always leave my lifeline in there for a few rows, just in case I missed a stitch, because we don't want a oopsie and have to go back. Of course, now I learned how to pick up that drop stitch by using a crochet hook. I may do a tutorial on that sometime in case you don't know. Having a little iced coffee today. I didn't want hot coffee today because I'm already warm. But here it is. a simple rib stitch sweater. And after I got done with the collar with that US size 7, I went to the US size 9 for the body. And I worked that. And then the bottom is the 7. So, and the yarns, although I don't have much right here in front of me, this is Lion Brand Wool Ease Rose Quartz. And this is just a Drops Kid silk mohair. Silk mohair. I have more of it, don't worry. I'm not going to run out. In fact, I'm going to have a lot of extra yarn in that shade. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all that. So, all right, now let's see. What did I not go over? Oh, back here it's sitting. I'm working on this too. When my thumb starts hurting, I'll pick up the crochet. And I showed you this last week, and I made a little progress on it. This is just a simple black granny stitch shawl. The yarn on this is wonderful. This little yarn, and this is my first, I want to mention, this is my first ball. And I got all this way on this first ball. This is Drops Kids, no. Not Kid Silk Mohair. This is Drops Baby Merino in the color black. So Drops Baby Merino in the color black. Hop over to Wool Warehouse. They're having it on sale right now, $3.50. I think that's all shades. At least it was for the black. With $4.99 shipping. So not a bad deal as compared to Amazon. They wanted $4.50 for one of these, plus a nearly $7 shipping. So even though we have Prime, so I just went to Wool Warehouse. It's a little bit of wait time with Wool Warehouse, about maybe a week and a half, sometimes 2 weeks. But you know what? It's worth the wait. The savings is phenomenal. So, all right. So I ordered 2 more because this is all I have left. So yeah. Pretty good. Went quite a far ways with that one ball. And it is so dreamy soft. It's a fairly easy care. Drops Baby Merino. It's a number 2 is what I would call it. I wouldn't call that a lace weight, and I would not call that a sport weight. It's like a number 2. So pretty good yarn. Very soft, very light. So it'll be perfect just to wrap up in. I have much longer ways to go on that. Now, crochet hook, I'm using a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. Don't ask me what letter that is. I used to know these by letter, but I don't anymore. I just go by the millimeter. Now, knitting needles, I keep telling you sizes, but I keep telling you US sizes. I don't know the millimeter sizes. I should learn that. Because a lot of people, they go by the millimeter size, because the US size, people from the UK are not going to know, like, what's she talking about? What is that? Well, I'm sorry. I really need to learn those millimeter sizes. That would help. Now I'm just going to go over one more thing, and then I'm going to kind of cut a little bit short today. I got some spring cleaning to do, and then I want to get outside and go for a nice walk in the sunshine. All right, it's over here. Oh, I'm attached. And this is some fun stuff. And I got it on this large tray because you have to lay it flat. But I will show you, if you can see that. This is that Bernat Blanket, Bernat Easy Blanket Loopy yarn. And it's finger knitting. And I'm having a fun time doing this. Now, this was given to me by a dear sister from church. She, and I've only showed you half of it because I have it folded. I don't know if picking it up is going to mess it up, but here's the progress. It's pretty. And I missed one right down here. I need to take my time and go a little bit more slowly. But I think I'm just going to use it for a lap blanket, or maybe I'll make a bath mat out of it. So, but progress is coming along quite nice on that. Yeah, you just use your fingers and you just, kind of loop it by pulling it through there with your fingers. So they have YouTube tutorials, and you can get this yarn, Bernat Blanket Easy, pretty much anywhere. This one was Denim Blues, and this is all I have, just the one ball, but I'm just making a little something with it, just enjoying it. It's nice and relaxing, I can say that. So I enjoy doing that. Thank you, dear sister, for the donation, for giving me that yarn. I've never worked with anything like that, and it was fun to do. So, and also, I am in the process of wanting to organize my entire yarn stash. So there's going to be a video coming out for that sometime soon. I'm not sure when. I haven't got my shelving unit yet. But I wanted to be organized to where I have all my yarn into one place. I don't want it few over here in this drawer, a few over here in this drawer, some up here in the closet in tubs, and then some, I've got 2 big tubs and I've got it all thrown together. And what's happening to me is I'm reordering yarn that I already had and did not know that I had. So that can't happen. That's a no-no. We don't want to waste money doing that. So I need to get organized. So I just went on Amazon and I looked and I found this big, tall, lightweight steel-framed shelving unit that had the linen baskets that you pull out, and I got a nice color shade to kind of go with the room and everything. And so I'll be filming some more on that and then going through my yarn with you all, and you can all see what I have. You can all see what I got, because I'm going to just put it all out for everyone to see, and then we're going to organize it together. It's going to be a fun little before and after video. So that will be coming sometime soon. I wanted to do a tutorial for something that I made. It was just a simple scarf, but, well, I haven't filmed that yet, and I'm not exactly sure what I want to do, because it's really so basic. I don't know. It's not that extravagant of a pattern. Not like, the one I did for the top I made. I'm just kind of, I'm not sure if people are going to like it or not. Maybe, we'll see. I should show you that scarf. It's packed right now. Hasn't been cold enough to wear it. Oh, also too, I'm not sure if I showed you last week, but I finished those mittens and I made a hat to match. So I guess that you could say that's a finished object. I'm not sure what's wrong with my brain. I did finish an object. I just didn't bring them out because I wasn't thinking, mittens, my mind's on spring. Because here it's 40-degree temperatures, the birds are singing, the sun is shining, and we're all thinking spring. So my apologies. I'll try to show you those next time. But I'm going to end this right here today, and I just want to tell you, stay focused, stay happy, try to be at peace the best you can. These are very turbulent times. So we just try to enjoy life and take it one day at a time. So I'm going to let you go for now, and you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again next time. Bye, friends.